What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome to Potato Monsters League of Legends Top 5 Plays Week 217. Although we still need more, thank you to those who submitted plays over at PotatoMonster.com because we have an awesome lineup for you on today's episode. Jumping right into things at our number 5 play, we have Ozer on Fiora with a sick outplay when ganked. At the start, we see the enemy Vi come through river, and currently all 3 of these champions have their ults. Ozer waits on the Vi Q to flash all in Cassiopeia, holding onto her ult to be able to negate the assault and battery while also getting cast low enough for Ignite to take the kill. After the stun, she immediately starts to back away, so she isn't taking unnecessary creep damage, but she knows the Q from Vi will come soon. She goes for it, but an amazing sidestep dodges the Vault Breaker, putting Vi into tower range, which quickly nets Fiora the second kill. Landing in at our number 4 spot is Noose with a pretty sweet play on Jinx thanks to quick thinking synergy with her duo. We see the enemy Nasus waiting, and then Janus Tornado hits, pushing them back with a Flash Monsoon, but instantly Jinx puts down the chompers and takes off, rounding the corner to meet Thresh's Lantern as he runs the opposite direction, and then Thresh flashes mid-lantern to get them even further away. They double ult to finish Jinx, but Thresh blocks and then puts up the box, surprising the enemy Janna with a good chunk of damage so the Rocket can finish her off while they escape. Our next play from Stromovsky on Nidalee takes us to a high elo teamfight breaking out in the top lane. As she hustles over to get there, we see Lucian trying to keep them interested because Nidalee's flanking to attack them from the side. The enemy team is trying to fall back to their base, but Nidalee chucks the spear and goes in, forcing the flash as Sion ults to close the gap on Draven. They all move in to finish him and then turn their attention to Nautilus, bursting him as well, but we see the fight start to turn as backup for the enemy team has arrived. Nidalee decides to get some space so she doesn't get popped and then repositions, looking for a good angle to hit Ahri instead of the tanks. The spear connects, but Ahri flashes away, so Nidalee waits patiently until the timing is right for her flash WQ to pick up the kill on Ahri. They jump on Nidalee, but she W's and somehow lines up a spear onto Maokai, which allows her to chunk him with the execute damage from her Q. Things have now boiled down to a 1v1 as Rek'Sai burrows to try and catch her, but she gets away, forcing him to retreat, but he eventually gets hunted down by Nidalee for the ace. Great positioning allowed Nidalee to kill the champions that mattered, eventually starving the enemy team of damage so her team could win the fight. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Celeberry on Lee Sin with a master tier level play. In the beginning, he's approaching a losing skirmish happening in the jungle, and first he spots Sivir, so he ward jumps, forcing the flash. Alistar dies, so he's left all alone against his Sivir, LeBlanc, and Evelynn, so he decides to back off, not knowing where Eve could be. All of a sudden, he Q flash kicks LeBlanc so he can resonating strike away from Sivir, and then he waits for her to get next to the ward, jumping to it to take her down with a challenging smite. He has no idea where Eve could be until he sees her for a split second, so he keeps on the move throughout the enemy jungle. After randomly Q-checking, he rounds the corner, and the split second he sees her, he jumps to the ward, but she starts to close in. Knowing his limits, he uses the second challenging smite to 1v1 Evelynn and take her down with the maximized execute damage from the Q as he swags out with the Riven's ult just missing. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Remake Binyu on Sion with a completely game-changing play in ranked 5s. Noticing a massive wave built up in the top lane for the enemy team, he decides to hide in the brush, knowing they'll eventually rotate for the tower. All 5 players on blue team start to show up to move in with the creep wave, but Sion continues to stay hidden as 2 of his teammates come to help defend. With his shield up, he channels his Q, chopping down for the 4-man knockup into his ult and follow-up shockwave from Orianna to instantly crush 2 enemies within the wombo. As the fight clears up, we see Nami get out with low health, but an exhaust onto Maokai, followed by another charged up Q from Sion as enough CC to condemn Maokai as his team leaves him behind. They continue chasing aggressively to take down the tree because their teammate Nunu was doing Dragon during that fight, and now they're thinking Baron. Despite it being a 3v5 and they were behind by 6k in gold, you couldn't ask for a better setup thanks to Sion, but let's jump back into the play because the enemy team doesn't want to give this up. Nashor drops super low, but Nidalee chucks a spear and goes for the steal, but the friendly Nunu secures Baron, and then the second team fight begins. Nidalee goes down instantly, and they turn onto Maokai to try and peel for Kog'Maw, but he flashes to safety as his team takes down Maokai. Although they got a couple of kills, the enemy team start to clean up a little bit, but overall they trade pretty evenly in the second team fight, but Sion and friends took Baron, so it was totally worth. Talk about a turning point in a very close game that was 20 minutes in with only 5 deaths in the entire match. Everything from the idea to hide in the brush to the confidence they could pull off that wombo 3v5 while behind so far is astonishing. So bravo RMK42 because this is a beastly comeback and also a fantastic ending. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have a throwback clip from Wushu on Wukong with a nail-biting Nexus save in Earth mode. While that's playing, I wanted to plug PotatoMonster.com one more time because we just completely remodeled the site and we need your submission, so now's a great time to go check it out for yourself. Lastly, before heading out, I wanted to do a skill cap giveaway of 5 free accounts to get back to all of you lovely people who support us and our sponsors. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is to drop me a comment down below detailing the single greatest learning experience or realization you've ever had in League. It doesn't necessarily need to be be a guide or a website, but it could also be that moment where things just clicked and you found your groove. For me personally, I'd say two things happened in a row around the same time that put me on track to maining mid. First, I had a realization one day while playing LeBlanc that I love assassin champions and that mid lane was perfect for me. Immediately after that, I looked on pro builds and skill cap to start soaking in all the information I could learn about how to play mid lane LeBlanc. It was on skill cap that I found such a detailed breakdown on fundamentals of mid lane that really set the stage for me to main mid. Although I'm currently on the upper end of plat right now, I feel that my fundamentals are sound and now I just need to raise my mechanics through playing enough. For anyone interested, there's a link down below in the description box to check out some free content on skill cap, and there's nothing to lose, so I promise it's worth the look. Enough about me though, comment down below because I want to hear what your story is, and of course thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time.